Morning, everybody. I haven't made a video in a few days, but as I've been saying, obviously everyone's busy, but things are developing in Jen and I's, and I got a couple partners as well in our latest venture, and looks like we're going to be able to close this extremely soon, which is really wild, very exciting, and really grateful. So I'm thinking about it obviously a lot, and obviously I have all the things that I'm always grateful for. It's my family, my wife, my kids, but our current situation and whatnot. But this thing is going to be really cool too, because I think it's going to be able to let me help a lot of people, and like really help them, like change some people's lives, which is like my experience is kind of the thing that gives me the most joy ever, is if you can just kind of give somebody a little nudge and then see them do amazing things for themselves. Is like kind of the best feeling I've kind of experienced. And just on that, I've talked about before, like the idea of charity. I've mentioned my buddy Tony before, where I remember one time, back in the day, we were going to soup kitchens and stuff like that, and I remember he was going home one day, and he like called me, and he said, after we like spent the day volunteering at a soup kitchen, and he was telling me how it made him feel, really great, and same, I felt the same, but I always told him I kind of knew what he was talking about, but I contrast that with what we were able to do, me and him talking, kick him a little knowledge from stuff that I've learned in the real estate world. He applied it to his own life, saved himself a ton of money in a transformational transaction. To me, you know what I mean? I've always say that, like, people can have this idea of what helping somebody is, helping the less fortunate or whatever. And, it's that whole give a man a fish, teach a man to fish thing, is completely night and day. So hopefully with this thing coming up, it's whatever, it's a business, you want to make money obviously at the end of the day, but more importantly, I want to in doing that change people's lives for the better. And that's why I feel extremely confident. Anything can happen too. I love that when you have conversations with investors, partners, whoever, any stakeholder in any kind of thing. People, obviously rightfully so, they're asking questions, but my policy is always honesty, right? Like I don't try to be like, get by on hopium or anything like that. I try to just shoot people straight, and nobody knows the future. So as confident as you could be in anything, you don't know how things are going to work out. But in personal development and building your own skills and capabilities and stuff, you can certainly feel, that no matter what happens, you have at least a fighting chance, right? And as long as your mentality is right, which me, my wife, and my partner, we're kind of all on the same page there, then you can face adversity and do things that, here's the other thing too, do things that no one else has been able to do, right? So everyone could be failing around you, but if you're willing, and we've had that conversation, that, you're just willing to die before you're willing to not see this thing succeed. And I know it's so easy to say that as opposed to actually take the steps and you know what I mean, take the actions to make that a reality. Like I said, anybody can get washed out, but if you have that elevated mindset, where a lot of people, you see people through, I think Simon Sinek talks about it and start with why the typical entrepreneur, the typical small business owner, they get to a certain level, say it's like gross $1 million, net 200,000 or something, and people will just coast for like 20 years doing that. And I don't mean to like, I wouldn't talk bad about anybody who does that. It's completely understandable. But you basically, being in that situation, you're kind of capped out mentally. You're limiting yourself. Again, just finishing, never finished, which is ironic, right? But completing David Goggins' book, right? He is a mental warrior, right? So he talks a lot about people limiting their own abilities by what they think is possible. And I feel a lot of entrepreneurs do that. Not a lot of people think they can be Jeff Bezos, you know what I mean? Or like a super capable elite person, so they don't even try. I don't feel I have that same mentality, right? Like, I don't know what I'm capable of. So even in doing this, and again, this is just one step, the next step in the process that's been going for a few years now, just kind of building myself as an entrepreneur. I'm going to push myself to see what I'm actually capable of, because we don't know. But I'm not going to assume it's any place I'm at currently. That's not going to be where I'm going to stay. You know what I mean? So these are just my thoughts been running through my head. I don't know, if people know me. I've talked about the book Hypomanic Edge. Everyone has so many, tens of thousands of thoughts every day. My mind's constantly racing. These videos actually help me it's like a catharsis where I get to, spit the stuff into the world. But hopefully it helps other people too, because like I said, it's knowledge that I've been seeking. You're not given in school. I've been seeking for probably 5 years now. And it's, it's obviously eye-opening and enlightening. And I'm just really thankful. Definitely David Goggins' Never Finished book is phenomenal. And we'll see where this thing goes. We'll close it out soon. And again, my biggest thing is I want to help the people involved in the organization do better. And then I want to help like my community, the city of Fall River. People are going to see how I'm going to do that. And I'm super excited. I can't wait to do it. Hope everybody has a great Friday. Talk to you soon.